Yeah, Ariana, final home game of the season for the Washington State Cougars. It's a big one. A win against Oregon State would lock up a bowl game for the Cougs before they head to Seattle for the Apple Cup next week. That would be nice. We're going to start out, Cougs actually trailing in this game, but Anthony Gordon gets the offense going, going to hit Des Patman on the crossing route. He turns it up, slides into the end zone. That ties the game at 7, but man, big plays have been a problem for this defense all year. Jake Luton, a former Idaho Vandal, going up top to Champ Flemings. He's wide open. The big play touchdown makes it 14-7 Beavers. Back to the offense we go. Gordon swings it out to Calvin Jackson Jr. He's had a pretty quiet year, but he has a big play here. Puts the Cougars inside the 10-yard line. They're in business. They're going to finish it off. Gordon to Renard Bell. Also had kind of a quiet year, but a big play for him today. Ties the game at 14. Cougs then go back on offense, still with the tie. This time they break out the shovel pass. I haven't seen this as much since Luke Falk left, but it's a good decision here. Deion McIntosh ends up with a 33-yard touchdown. It's 21-14 Cougs, but the Beavers take a 3-point lead into the half. We are just underway in the third quarter. You can always listen live to this game on 920 KXLY, but why listen to it when we have our own Alyssa Charleston, who's down in Pullman? She can tell us what she's seen so far. Alyssa, how are you?
Yeah, Keith, my opinion matters more than anything that we could ever put on the news, right? But you talk about that start, really emotional. You're saying goodbye to the seniors, their final home game here. Tyler Helinski honored his family, and then it turned into a really weird start for Anthony Gordon. A turnover and then a fumble by the offense, back-to-back drives, so they kind of have to get back on track in front of a crowd on Thanksgiving. We didn't know how many students would show up. Turns out it's not very packed in here, so they were hoping for more fans to show up, but they're pretty loud. We knew this was going to be a shootout in terms of offense. Both of these coaches, you look at the whole quote, defense wins championships, both Jonathan Smith and Mike Leach would probably laugh at that, because it's just you score, Oregon State scores, Washington State scores, OSU scores. Hopefully Anthony Gordon will kind of get things back on track as he looks to maybe break that Pac-12 touchdown record. We'll keep you updated throughout the night here in Pullman. Reporting for the Washington State Cougars, Alyssa Charleston, 4 News Now.
Yeah, Alyssa, you got a lot of fans behind you. The third quarter's underway. Tell them to get in the stadium and make some noise. We're going to have more of Alyssa's opinions coming up a little bit later in the show. Well, we had senior day for the Eastern Eagles today, and it was a big one out in